What is going on, fellas? What is going on? Great to be back. Great to be hanging out with you tonight. Very great to be hanging out with everyone tonight. We are going to be playing some chess. I had this idea of maybe playing some League of Legends eventually, but I'm not sure if I really care to. I think all we want to do is mostly play chess. I was working on some videos today, some more YouTube shorts. Had some success off stream on the chess grind, but now that we're about to be streaming, I'm sure that's going to come to an end. Tonight's drink of choice is I believe this is a Natty Light. it's a light beer, but we'll be having fun with it. Let's get on over to some chess, shall we? Let's do it. Let's go. Alrighty. Well, this is not a game of chess. This is a review of a game of chess I had earlier. Let's get to some actual chess. Let's start things off. Oh, do I dare start at a nice slow 15-10 game? We already know how bad I've been at with these slower time controls, but today's a new day. Today is a new day. We'll just castle. If he takes, we'll take outwardly. Not bad, not bad. So I'm already off to a bad start. Wouldn't you know? Would you not know? All we have to do now is develop our bishop and move our queen somewhere, and then we're fully developed. Do we even bother? Do we even bother doing this check, or do we want to put on a different square? Perhaps this. Let's put on this square. We'll attack this pawn if he's ever silly enough to move his queen off of that, but now he can't move his queen off of that, so that's fine. Where does his knight want to go? He can only really go here. Do we care to stop it? We could stop it. That doesn't stop it. We could stop it by moving our knight to a different square already to attack that square, and then he wouldn't be able to capture back because that will be a discovered. Which square do I want to move my knight to? Or do I even want to move my knight? Probably, well, generally you want to move it to the center of the board, right? But is there an idea over here? And I can swoop my queen in over as well. Threaten some pressure there, and my knight and bishops are already over here for a nice little attack. I think this is where we don't listen to the general rules of chess, where you want to bring your pieces to the center. I might take it to the rim, which is dim for a knight. Or we can just move our queen again. Where do we move our queen? This would be a nice little square. It doesn't walk into a fork of any kind, because we could just take the pawn if it decides to move up. Yeah, let's move our queen first. But moving our queen there just gives him what he wanted. Gives him what he wants. And then we'd have to move the queen anyway, so that's not really a good move. And we'd probably move it back here or something, so we'll start by just moving it to the light squared. We're fine with that. He'll probably develop his knight or something. Make some normal moves. Can see that he wants to do some sort of bishop trap, but he can't just push this here. You have to do this pawn push first before that is even a threat, because if he just pushes this pawn, we just snag it. I do like the idea of doubling up some power on this D file. Also, do we want to counter that A5 push with our own A4? That might be an idea. I'm getting better at noticing that, because that would definitely stop that in this tracks. We could also push this up and then correct our pawn structure. That's an idea. I think we just move our rook over. Let's just finish our development ideas. It's nice that we have our queen here, because we are defending the eventual capture, and we don't have to capture with our pawn. So this might be... I almost forgot to consider that when we moved our queen earlier. Well, I did forget to consider that. Okay. Moving our knight to g5 would have a nice little attacking idea. Mate in one idea. How would he defend that? We just defend it by pushing this pawn. Or we could push this pawn. I think I'm down for him moving his pawns around over there, and then we can work ourselves in. Let's encourage him to move some pawns. See what he wants to do. He has almost 16 minutes of time, and we started with 15. Some people just don't like to use their clocks. Some people just don't like to use their clocks. Is there an idea for a knight sack and then swoop on over for a check? Probably bring down. I mean, I'd trade some pieces. But our bishop is hanging at the time, and then our bishop is the only thing that's guarding our knight, so we have to consider some things here. How do we want to defend? Do we push our own pawn? But that's not going to be defended by anything. Do we bring our queen over? We're going to free our square for our bishop to come back down. Yeah, let's bring our queen over. Everything's guarded. Everything's guarded. I don't think we're too worried. Not too worried yet. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Yes, we do viewer games as well. So when the fellas start popping in here, we usually get a pretty good, decent crowd. It doesn't take too long before people start asking for a game, and before I start losing to all you guys. But we like to start things off with a slow game to get the juices flowing. Because they say that the best way to improve at chess is to play slow games. That works because it kind of works. Yes, 1, 2 attackers. I have 2 defenders, so it would be fine. But I'm having too many pieces cover too many other pieces. I only have 1 defender on this. I might have to move my bishop. I can actually offer a trade here since I have my piece defended. Possibly be a move. He doesn't have that guard anymore, so we can actually gobble up a pawn since he actually moved his queen. And then once he moves his knight, I mean, we can also snag another pawn. Right now we can't snag that pawn because his knight's defending it, so I think we have a free pawn here, fellas. We're not worried about any silly queen and bishop attack. Not yet, at least. So let's go ahead and take this pawn. Let's take that pawn and trust that that will be a fine move. And then with our knight, we'd simply move it here. If he wants to take, we can exchange. Is there a better place to move our knight? If we move it back here, it's likely going to be traded off, and we could trade the queens and get our pawns doubled, but we're already up a pawn, and then we could snag this knight with our bishop. He would take back, and then we could snag another pawn. So honestly, at that point, it should be like a 1 pawn advantage. That might be enough for us to convert a win in this first game of the night. Do I actually like that though? Take back. he gets a chance to move out of the way first. But again, we still get another pawn. And we'd only be up one pawn, and one of our pawns would be doubled. So it's kind of like an even Steven. Hey, Fly, what's going on? Lock in. You know me. That's like my favorite phrase because I'm always not locking in. So I want to consider something else than one of these knight moves. But I do want to move the knight since it's being attacked. We could take, if he takes here first, we can move our bishop back and threaten the rook. But if we move our bishop back here, then it takes away our opportunity to take that pawn. Again, we want to take that pawn. I guess we just take knight. He takes our knight. Then we take... No. If we take and take, I do have to retreat the bishop. I don't want to just give up the bishop. But I also want to get this pawn. What's the best way of doing this? Moving here, he would definitely take, since the knight would be threatening the queen, I imagine. And then we just get a pawn. But there's more pieces left up on the board. Yeah, this is probably the best move. I'm not really considering knight h3. Because I'm never getting out since he has two pieces attacking the square. I only have one defender. So yeah, let's I'm gonna lock in knight e4. Let's see if he has any threats against me besides the obvious. Well, he's just, you know, exchange of pieces. What would happen after my knight or my rook hits e4? Does he have a fork? Looks like he would in fact have a fork, so we can't actually end things off with my knight being there, because if he forks me, that's no bueno. I just now realized that my queen is defending my bishop. Not like that's helpful, because I'm not going to capture back a queen for a rook. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, wow, this was my first initial move, but now that kind of shows that that's not good, because once it takes and I take with my rook, he has a fork and we can't get out of it. We can't just threaten his queen, because he would just take with the knight. Could I do anything else if I'm trying to avoid this fork? How else could I get out of it? Yeah, that just doesn't work. So let's consider just taking. And if he takes, I take. And then he would take my bishop back. So I feel like if I take, he takes. It's 1-for-1. I can't let him just take back my bishop for free, so I would have to walk it back out. Because if I take, he definitely should take. If he takes here, then I get to run my knight away. If it's an even exchange. I mean, this is kind of like a nothing thing. Again, it blocks my ability to capture that pawn, which is proving to be a nuisance if I bring my rook up. Take. We can also just take this pawn. Why haven't I considered that either? Don't want to take it now because we just give him a knight, but that is definitely a possibility. So let's just run this knight away. And now, what initially I thought was like the worst move, I might actually want to put my knight on a bad square. I don't think I really want to offer the trade, takes. Well, I guess it's fine because I have a choice. I'll likely be able to take one of these pawns depending on what he does with that knight. So that But my pawns would be doubled. Not sure if I really like that. I'm using a lot of time on this move. But we get 10 seconds back after each move, so it really doesn't matter. If I want to avoid getting this whole thing doubled and just bring my knight back, I'm definitely reviewing this game because I want to know what the best move is here. Lynn Hauser, nice to see you again. Your boy is here. Absolutely you are. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm super excited because I have a ski trip I'm going to tomorrow. So we're doing a nice little stream here, and then tomorrow morning we're waking up nice and early and picking up my one buddy, and then all of our friends are going up to Killington, Vermont to go skiing. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be there for a few days. Is it so bad that I've dropped this back? At the very least, I add another defender. I'm not going to be able to walk it out ever, I don't think, unless I move this pawn. Let's just move it back. But this might be the move. Trade some pieces off and then get a pawn, but I don't like the whole doubled pawns thing. Not my 3 pawns against his 4. So let's just make this move. This has to be the move I single-handedly spent the most time on ever in a game of chess. 7.5 minutes. What's going on, fellas? And watch, he's going to just show me why this was the worst move ever. I typically make the worst moves when I spend more than, 20 seconds to think about it. It never fails. It never fails. Yeah, Vermont is beautiful. Absolutely. When I was driving truck flatbed, Flynn, I was... Oh, he just offered me a nice little trade. That's neat. We don't even have to take yet. We can start gobbling. Let's gobble. Let's gobble this. I don't mind doubling my pawns either way like this, because at least they're all going to be connected in some shape or form. I did mind doubling them over here where it'd have, like, 3 pawn islands. If we take and he takes back, he'll have 2 attackers on this. So we'll let him take, and I think we're going to snag a pawn. And our bishop would be on a nice little diagonal. So let's just go ahead, take the pawn. You like knight e4? Let's see. Taking probably this way. Don't want to think too hard about that. But yeah, Vermont is absolutely beautiful. I used to drive through there a few times when I was an over-the-road truck driver. Beautiful country like scene over there. E4 was the best move. E4 was the best move? Yeah, I could. There's no way E4 is the best move, because after takes and I take, he has a fork on my bishop and my rook, and I don't have a way to get my pieces out, I don't think. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We're definitely gonna review this game. Got to go, but I hope your trip is awesome. Bye. Take care, Flynn. Be safe. You ever watch Chess Vibes? That definitely sounds familiar. Command Pro, nice to see you back. Appreciate you guys. Guys, Command Pro is he's a good chess player. He gives you free chess advice during stream. He should be charging an arm and a leg for the advice he's given, but he's too kind. He is too kind. Alrighty. Chess Vibes. I feel like the name is definitely familiar. Once I see it, I'm sure I've seen it. I'll have to double check. So we gotta move our bishop. How do we want to move our bishop? Dude, if we move our bishop here, his knight can't go anywhere. I mean, it can, it just be an even exchange. Honestly, rather than backtracking it, I actually just want to do that. Let's just move our bit. I mean, he'll be able to force a trade somehow, but we're up a pawn. Let's force the trade. Dude, do we consider just pushing a4 here and takes, and we get a passed pawn? That is definitely a move to consider. But I also like my light squared bishop. We might need that, so I might just drop the bishop back. Let's keep a hold of our pieces, fellas. Yeah, we're going to keep a hold of our light squared bishop because his light squared bishop is a bad bishop because he has a lot of his pawns on light squares. We're going to keep the bishop pair. He's streaming right now. Never mind. Nelson. Chess vibes. I'll look it up right now on my phone. I will look it up right now on my phone. Do we push? No. We don't. It's Zach W. Might lose on time. My man. I know exactly who you are. Great to see you. I'm not losing on time. We get 10 seconds back per move. We get 10 seconds back per move. I do have to lock in. I do have to start making quicker moves, and our opponent has more time on his clock than what he started with. So if I lose to this guy, I'm going to be upset. I am going to be upset. I will certainly be upset. This walks into that, kind of. But we have two attackers on that piece, so I think we can do it. Let's keep a hold of our pieces, and let's get after it. Oh, he's a national master. Oh, that's right. NM, national master. That's actually really cool. That's really cool. Man, it's Zach W. It's so cool to see you in here. What a guy. What a guy. What's your grind tonight? What are you grinding? What are you playing? More Balatro? You playing some more Balatro? Do we go over here and just be annoying? Or do we just take? And take. Now we're going to be up 2 pawns. My only goal with this game is to make this guy feel so silly, having more time on his clock at the end of the game than what he started with, and his opponent down to seconds. I'm down to seconds. I am definitely cool with trading off pieces. I think we should be able to win up 2 pawns. How about you, fellas? How about you? Do you guys think we're going to win up 2 pawns? I think the answer is yes. This knight's setting up a nice little attack of some kind. And it also stops his rook from being able to come down here. But we will take this. And this should be easy breezy. Again, we're getting 10 seconds back per move. Yes, we got down to like, what, 30 seconds? He almost left a fork hanging. Unfortunately, his rook is guarding that. So we might go ahead and... we could drop the knight back to defend and just be super annoying. Lock it. Oh, dude, let's just do that. We're doing this because now where can his rook go? Where he just trapped his rook. He just trapped his rook. Wow. Wow. I believe he just trapped his rook. I don't think he's getting his rook out of here, fellas. All we have to do is walk our king over, and then bam, he's gonna have to sack his rook, I believe. Can we just walk our king over? I believe so. And then he'll take my knight, probably. Probably, Zach W says, playing a puzzle game called Baba. Oh, we get the resignation. Guys, what a solid... we never win. He wants the rematch, but we're going to review the game. I also have to catch up on some of these chats here. Let's review the game real quick. There's more of just a mobile thing for me right now. Nice. We'll probably play Baldur's Gate trio campaign tonight, too. Wow. Fellas, wow. Our opponent played at a 1550 rated level. We played at a 2050 rated level. That feels good. That feels really good. Ooh, Gumatochi's on. Yeah, we'll definitely play you next after we take a quick gander at the game review here. All right. classic fashion, I'm slightly worse in the opening. But we are able to convert into a slightly better position. We miss a win. We miss a win. Fellas, you know I'm always looking for crazy sacks. This works? This works? What are we looking at? Before we just let it show us what this does. I mean, it's showing us what it'll do, but is the idea of like takes, I would put him in check and he can't capture back for some reason. Oh, because we have 2 pieces lined up on this file. He'd capture back, but we'd be winning a rook. Let's see this tactic in action. Oh, so I got the order wrong. Wow, what a long tactic. I don't think I would not have played it that way at all. I probably would have taken a rook with the queen, honestly. What is this? This is the longest showing what the tactic is in the engine I've ever seen. They usually just show you like 2 moves. Let me try that again. I want to walk through this myself. What? So then I would think to do this probably if I found it, and that would be a mistake. So it's a good thing that we didn't find it. The idea is here because he shouldn't, I mean, doesn't really want to capture back, but capturing back is the best move. And what? I don't think I would have thought to check. I might have thought just to do this. And how is this not? Oh, it's a rook. What happened to our other rook? Oh, we sacked the rook. That's right. We sacked the rook. That's why we're down. But again, at this position, I would think to do that. Okay, so that is the best move. And that would be a blunder because that's mate in 2. So that's why he would not do that. Cool. And that's why the tactics showed that they went through here. But here, this point, I'd almost think I'd want to... Which would be bad. No, you want to keep a hold of the queen. Yes. But he has 2 attackers. What a crazy tactic. All right, let's get back to the rest of our game here. He blunders. Do I even convert on the blunder? We get that pawn like we said we wanted. Going for the other pawn was a blunder. Really? Oh, yeah. It was a blunder because I hung my bishop. But he didn't see it. He was so focused on the queen. Wow, fellas. That is bad on me not to notice that. So, honestly, better than taking the pawn, simply taking the queen here would have been better than what I did. Fortunately, though, he doesn't capitalize, and, well, we're just sitting pretty. He blunders, we convert, we found the greatest move. And then at this point, we're literally just trading off pieces. I love how he brought his rook down here. They says it's a good move, but look at this. His rook is completely trapped. His rook can't do anything. And then when we bring our knight or king over, yeah, he can't escape. This pawn's guarded by our knight. I mean, this is all he can't get out. Wow, and then he resigns. What a game. What a game. All right. We had the first viewer game. The challenge is gone, but I will challenge you back. He is in a game. Let's watch our viewers game real quick. Oh, it's a 10-minute game. It's a 10-minute game. I don't think we'll sit around to watch this entire 10-minute game. We'll watch a few moves, but I'm gonna get back on that chess grind, and then Goomba, we'll get you in after this game. We'll get you after my next game. Command Pro says 4 and 2, pawn my Jordy well. Allowing rook e2 is a bit unnecessary, but still good. 90% accuracy. Bishop knight combo on king. Move queen. Go moves aren't good. Oh, sorry. Goo moves aren't good moves. Sorry. Good moves aren't good moves. Sorry. These labels are just based on the change in the eval. Yes, absolutely true. Absolutely true. How's our fella doing here? Can we see the eval? Can we see the eval? I'd like to pop. They probably took that away for like cheating purposes. Okay, let's get back to another game. Dude, I almost want to do another slow format game. Yeah, let's do another 15-10. Let's keep it. Let's keep the slower games coming. Because honestly, you probably get the most like value out like improving chess by playing slower games versus blitz games. And I noticed I was looking at like my my analytics for the years I played chess, and I noticed when I first started on chess.com like 2011, I saw that I've had my most games played these last few years, and my first few years not many games at all. But it's because I was looking at my blitz games. If I look at my rapid games, I actually have a ton of slower games when I first got on, and now I have like none now. I'm like, that's probably why. I bet there's a direct correlation between my elo and my chess improvement when I was playing more slower games rather than just blitz. It'd be interesting if I could like pull that up somehow. All right, we have some sort of pawn pushy push. This pawn push is always nice to stop his bishop from coming in. I wonder if there's an aggressive like a4 move as well. Once I do c3, he's just going to do knight f6, and then I'm not going to be able to continue with my plan like I want. Which is always annoying. We do have a check we could toss in. Let's go ahead and toss in the check, because we're planning on kind of locking up on these light squares, and so my light squared bishop is likely going to be my bad bishop. We'll go ahead and castle, and then we'll just develop normally. I would love to push c3, d4, but the second I push c3, he's just going to bring his knight out, threatening my pawn, and I can't really do d4 until I bring my rook over. So bringing my rook over would be, it's probably going to be a move. We'll go ahead and do c4. It does a nice little stopping his knight in its tracks. And if he ever moves his knight off that square, we're just going to trade the light squared bishops. But he doesn't. We can't drop it back because he just gets this. And when I go here, well, I don't have to go there. I was going to say if I go here, he just trapped me. Unfortunately, though, or fortunately, I went c3, so I could actually walk my bishop back all the way. So I think I might be down to just encourage him to overextend. Not sure if it's actually going to be overextending or not. What doing this do? Might size up a nice little double attack. That could be a very solid move. But again, it probably just walks into a b5 and pushing my, making me move my bishop twice. I want to do this and just see what he does, how he reacts. I don't think I really mind moving my bishop a couple times if he just is moving his pawns. Could be like a take and like push sort of deal. I'm not sure if that would really be in our favor. Let's just pull it back, and then we'll just pull our bishop back the entire way. Yeah, that's fine. Once again, our opponent has more time on their clock than what they started with. So that is so funny. That's so funny to me. I'm so glad that we got to make our last opponent pay for having more time on their clock than we did, and we had less than a minute. That feels so satisfying. Doing d3 would help bring our dark square in a better square, like activate it a bit more and give us a way to bring our knight in, but it's also going to be blocking our bishop in. But our bishop's already kind of blocked in anyways by our e4 pawn. D5, right? Let's consider this. He has 1, 2, 3 attackers. I have 1, 2, 3 defenders. So the math works out, but we'd be... Yeah, I actually really like that. It is probably just the best move. Takes. And then he has an isolated pawn. I'd buy that. I'd buy that, fellas. Boom. Bought it. I can't believe no one else bid on that. We just got that. We just bid. Yeah. We bid 1 penny and no one else outbid us, and we took it. Now we have a pawn push. We can also take. He takes. We cannot take with our knight because is pinned. Pushing might be... I feel like pushing is just kind of annoying. Pushing. He just gets to bring his knight down. I think we have to do something about this bishop. Yeah, I think we just kick the bishop. He'll go back. I have no problem kicking again. Kind of makes up a bad situation for me with this, but we do have the bishop to capture back on here. If I take, he takes, and then I bring my bishop out. You'd likely just trade things down. I'd have to double up my pawns. Don't really like that. Let's push the bishop. Yeah, let's push the bishop off that square. Point allowed. Bishop check. Slight inaccuracy. Yeah, it definitely felt like a slight inaccuracy. For sure, for sure. Perhaps we get our queen off from the pin and defending our knight. Not sure I really want to go for g4 here, because then... But again, we kind of already... If we go g4, he pushes back. Then he has an attacker on that square. We already have the defender. We can bring our rook over. I mean, we have a check. Doesn't really lead to anything. He can simply just kick us. We can bring out our knight somewhere. This pawn, we need to do something with this pawn. He has two attackers, and essentially we have virtually zero defenders, because this knight's not defending it because he would just scoop our queen, and our queen's not defending it because we're not going to trade a queen for a knight. So yeah, this push might be the best, but then we have to, it just kind of moves the problem. Fortunately, we can reroute our knight to also defend, and our bishop would be defending our knight. Bring our bishop up to defend that pawn, maybe. Oh. Let's just... This is the only thing that really seems natural to me. And I might be down for, you know, trading off queens, honestly. But then it kind of gives him the open file with the rook. Pawn push might be best here, fellas. I feel a sneeze coming on. I feel a sneeze coming on. Someone say bless me. Bless you, and I won't sneeze. Alright, the feeling's gone. Man, it's been a few years since I've been skiing because of just how, you know, life, work, and whatnot. So I'm super excited. My goal is not to break any bones. I have a friend who broke a bone skiing and stuff. Not sure how, but I could imagine my first time going back skiing just being a bit too aggressive skiing like I used to, and not having the same like relevant skill like I used to. I'm like, well, I used to do this, and now all of a sudden I can't because I'm, you know, 4 years older and I just broke my knee or something. So we won't be too aggressive out there on the slopes. I'm not going to hit too many black diamonds unless I mean, the boys can always encourage me, but we'll see. Yeah, he's attacking that pawn, e4 pawn. We have a defender. We can bring the rook over to e1. Attacking our d4 pawn. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with these pawns. It's proving to be a difficult order. I might just want to take. I'm considering take or push. Take or push. Dirt bike. C-Man, what do you think your terminal velocity will be? Okay. Okay. You must be a real friend of mine because that's the exact terminology I used one of my very first times skiing, and I swear I hit terminal velocity. It's when I was still learning the whole pizza method and the slope got away from me. I start going parallel inline and I'm flying down this hill and I have to slow myself. I think I was able to not fall, actually. That's why I was so impressed. And then I told the guys, like, guys, I hit terminal velocity, and that's like my nickname on the slopes. Dirt bike camp. We do it. C-Man. Oh, I know who you are. I know who you are. Unless I don't. Unless I don't know who you are, but I feel like I know who you are. Take. Push. He probably just wants to bring his knight down, but that's not the greatest because then he'd double up some pawns. Maybe we do just push, fellas. Let's just push, but pushing feels like it's so weak. Fellas, we're doing it. We're pushing. Don't worry, I only took 3.5 minutes to make that move. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. We'll definitely review this game. I'd love, since I spent so much time there, I would love to see what the best move in that position was. Was it takes? Was it push? Or was it something completely different? Okay, I am not upset with that. That seems like a nothing move. What are you threatening, man? You want my bishop? I mean, I need to develop things over here anyway, so let me develop my dark squared bishop. He takes, I take. Yeah, he can swoop over and harass me. Maybe I'll bring my knight up first, and then when he takes, I takes, and we would have to worry about a rook coming over and then a pawn being pushed. But I think I'm chilling. This is my bad bishop too, so I'm totally welcomed with him. Like, I'll trade his active knight versus my pinned in bishop. Like, I'm a-okay with that. I'm a-okay with that. So fellas, let's go ahead and develop our knight. If we develop it here, I mean, there's not much we can go with it. Should we develop it here, actually? We'd be able to, I mean, there's not much we can go here either, unless we go here, here. So here, it seems fine, because then I can maybe work it around that way. Let's just go with this. Plus, it's defending this pawn as well, so, like, once he takes and I take back, we'll have 2 pieces defending our e4 pawn. And this is a simple capture back. I'm not going to push because it's actively guarding his knight from getting in there. He has 2 attackers, we have 2 defenders. We can have a third. We also pin his knight, open up that, and then just drop it back and just keep that pressure. That's going to be a very nice way to develop our last piece. And if he does that, then it's fine. Our bishop can just literally hang out on h4 forever. Now it's not pinned. Do we want to push a pawn over here? Push, takes, boom, check. We might want to bring our rook over to give it another defender first before we do anything. We could also bring our knight on up, or we can bring it, we could drop it back and defend the pawn as well, but I think it's kind of nothing. We'll do this maybe, but I don't necessarily want to take because it would just open up the file for his knight or for his rook. If we go around this way and he takes, we could like take it and have a pretty solid like pawn chain going or something. Best might be to just defend our pawn with a rook. I kind of like keeping it here because for the eventual pawn push here I want to do. So maybe we do this. He might kick us, kick our bishop. Our bishop wouldn't be able to go back. We might have to backpedal and then push f4. With our bishop attacking that square and our rook, we can definitely disrupt this pawn in the center. Let's go with that, fellas. Let's remove our knight. Yeah, we have 2 defenders. He has 2 attackers. I think we're fine. But once he moves, like, we'll have to kind of take with the bishop probably first. Let's figure this out as we go. Let's figure this out as we go. Ari Smith says, "Hey chat, how you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Nice to meet you, Ari. Ari? Smith. We'll go with Smith. That's the part of the name I know. I know for a fact it's pronounced Smith. Aries. Chilling, wind down for the day. Dirt bike. Dirt bike. Do we know each other in IRL or not? I was convinced that we knew each other, but I haven't heard you say otherwise. So maybe we don't actually know each other, and you're just popping out, hanging out for the night, hanging out for a moment or two. He's looking to be a pain. We could just simply push, and we could also simply move our queen to a different square. We have some sort of silly knight sack check, stupid nonsense. But where do we want to move our queen? And again, our opponent has more time on their clock than what they started with, and we're down to a few minutes. If we can convert another win like this against our opponent, that just, oh, it feels so good. But we'll find out. Boom, boom. Unless he takes. Maybe here. That way, here are moves. I can just here to add another defense with a pawn push. But once, you know, we only have 2 defenders on this. 2 defenders on this pawn. So I want to move it so I keep a defender. Let's go here. I'm not gonna. He's gonna have. Well, let's go here for now. We can always take the bishop. That's one of the attackers on this pawn before he's able to win a pawn entirely. Yes, it would open up a file, a half-open file for our opponent. But this might be the best thing. Not just hanging out. Oh man. Oh, okay. But the way you said terminal velocity, I was so convinced that you, like, because you just made an amazing pull with an inside joke of my friends and I. So that's really impressive. That's really impressive. Nothing's defending our bishop, so we might have to go ahead and take, unless we want to maybe drop back or something. But then if we drop back, then we're losing that. So that's a simple capture. And then he'll be threatening our knight, and then that's we don't have to take. We could just go here actually. I don't want to open up that file because he can just swoop in, have a heyday. So let's just move it here. And then it's not so obvious if we capture this way. We will probably actually capture it this way, because if we capture this way, then he has a check, which could be annoying. Which could be annoying. Capture this way too. We can threaten this pawn, and once it moves, we can trade queens, especially if we have our rook over. Goes this way, he has a check. We could offer a trade of queens. If he trades, then we'll just we'll shift our right side pawns over to the center. That could be good too. But he might be able to just walk on down and be annoying. So I think what we'll do is we'll capture it this way. You know, we get 10 seconds back after every move, so I'm not worried about losing on time. Time pressure is still real, but I'm not actually worried about losing on time. I think we have this pawn push. And so we're going to take this pawn push. He could be weird and come back here, but we can defend it. multiple ways. Wow, that's actually a good move. Can we have this pawn push now? Take that. It doesn't really work. Do we have a knight move? We'll just take. Again, we get 10 seconds back every move. Not worried. We'll get some time back. We'll get some time back once we figure this position out. I feel like a nothing move. It feels like a nothing move. He wants to go here. I'll definitely take a trade of pieces. But he doesn't want to. But does he want the trade of pieces now? I think he does. I think he wants to trade of pieces. And then... I think we simply go here. Or do we go here? Here or here? I don't think it really matters. We'll go here. Take back the rook. And then we can kind of threaten things over there. Interesting. Let's bring our rook up. Now he's going to want to take. If not, I'm going to gobble gobble. And now we have a passed pawn, fellas. How is he going to stop this once we get our rook behind? We have this check now as well. We'll just take that check. We're getting time back. And he has 16, almost 17 minutes on the clock. We'll take this check as well. Look at him. He probably feels so silly. And then we have this fork. Wow. Fellas, does it not feel good? Does it not feel good? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? And he has no checks with his queen either. Guys, fellas. Yes, that feels so good. And look, we're over a minute now, and all we have to do, like, we can do several things. We do want to stop a check. We can simply bring our rook here, honestly. We'll literally just do that. That stops any checks that he has, and my king is perfectly safe. My king is perfectly safe. Bring our queen up. We'll just force a trade of queens here. Forcing a trade of queens here on the next move. Wow, fellas. Oh, that feels so good. He has 17 minutes on the clock, fellas. He has 17 minutes on the clock. Yes, and I was down to 20 seconds. Let's go. I'm 595 Rapids. Would love to improve. Any tips for the London opening against King's Indian? I tend to get that lineup often. Honestly, I think Command Pro, if he's still in the chat, he's the best guy for general tips. I actually don't know how to play the London. I never really looked into it. I just kind of go off of basic opening moves and this, and that. So, what a game. Fellas, what a game. So our opponent played at a 1650 rated level. We played at a 1950 rated level, which that seems really cool. That seems really cool. I love that. Take his bishop. E-pawn takes the bishop. Oh, the time difference again. Oh, Shrimpy's back. What's going on, Shrimpy? Nice to see you again. Yeah, apparently there's like a 2-minute delay. I wonder if I can like up the bit rate in the stream to make it less so. I don't know if there's really a function behind that or not, but... Rook to E1, please. King G2. Rook E1. Rook E1. Rook E1. I'd love to see what you guys are talking about with this Rook E1. So he missed a win. We were supposed to take. I don't like this. Why would he not just do this? See, I would feel like that feels bad. I'm not sure if I'd find such a simple move. Okay, so this is the part of the game I wanted to consider because I was considering pushing or taking and wasn't sure which one was right. Fortunately, this is a good move. What would this move be like? That's also good. So they were both perfectly fine moves. I spent, what, 7 minutes on that move? That was last game. I spent like 7 minutes, but I spent like 3.5 minutes. And if I spend more than 40 seconds on that move, I usually start losing. King G2, Rook E1, or King H2. Yeah, King H2 is a great move. Yeah, boy. Push the C pawn. Queen D7. Oh, and then we kind of gave up the advantage. He finds the only good move. And I make a mistake. Now we're kind of trailing, fellas. We're trailing. We have a slight disadvantage, but he gave the advantage back to us. Look at that. Look at that. He mistakenly took... Because now we get a pass pawn. And then that's a huge blunder because he just gives us this awesome check. And then he blunders again. Come on, this has to be a blunder, right? If that wasn't... Ooh, better was F6. What a weird... What? Yeah, because you have this discovered, maybe? And then what? Would you bring the rook down or the queen? Yeah, I mean, that just feels kind of slow compared to what we had going on. That's so weird that this is an inaccuracy, but yeah, we go from 6.2 to 3.9. But it doesn't help that he just, that move just brought it back up to a 6.2. Yeah, best move would have been a trade of queens here. Oh, and it's our move actually. So we have time to defend. And then, yeah. We push, he takes, take, and look at this. I think we convert this, right, fellas? We convert this. Let's see the follow-up. Would we have converted this? Surely, right? Yeah. Simple conversion. Simple conversion. Fellas, let me get back to this one move. What were we down to? This move, I was down to 24 seconds. 24 seconds. He has 16.5 minutes, and we started with 15. Use your time, fellas. Use your time. We have 10-second increments, so I'm back up. I ended the game with 1:08, and he ends his game with 16:48. Was Rook E1 not crushing? When was Rook E1 really a possibility? I imagine you were talking about like in this time frame, maybe not. Maybe you were talking about like here, but he would. I don't know. Rook E1. I don't see a good spot for Rook E1 ever to pop up unless it was like in the very early game. I don't know. Fellas, I'm going to grab a quick drink. Fortunately, I have a very cool mini fridge right off camera, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. I lied. I was back in 8 seconds. I'm actually just a liar. It's Zach W says, you're actually pretty cracked at chess. Brother, stop it. You're gonna make me blush. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get back after it. Do we go for the 3P on the rapid, the slow time control, or do we just like cut our, quit while we're ahead? We might have to quit while we're ahead. We might have to quit while we're ahead. We might just go back to Blitz. How about this? Let's pivot to some viewer games. Anyone in the chat want to take me up on some chess? Anyone in the chat want to take me up on chess? If you want to, my username is Big Breakfast. Add me on chess.com. Big Breakfast. And we can go. We can absolutely go. Shrimpy is in the house. Shrimpy, we're already friends, so hop on and let's get our first viewer game of the night. And then Aries Smith, you're second. Let's do it. Ari, go ahead and add me on chess.com. Oh, our rookie one, in fact, was not crushing, said Smith. Oh, why not drink in front of the camera as always? It's right here. I was going to go I'm getting the beer. I'm not going to just keep taking sips off camera. Wait, 1 second. What are you talking about? I'm not drinking. I was like, I'll be right back. I'm going off screen for a sec. All right, we're back. Can't see your rating on mobile. Yeah, I mean, it's very small. You can see, you can kind of see it here unless the bit rate in the stream is all jumbled up. My rating for Rapid is 1489 right now. 1489 right now. All right, Shrimpy. I can't remember. Once I see your name, I'll remember it. What's your name? I don't see it. Shrimpy, get online. I can't find your name. Maybe you have to send me an invite. That's right, Christina. I don't think we're friends. I'm gonna have to change that right now. Are we not friends? Surely we're friends. 5 minutes. Oh, so this is a Blitz game. My rating for Blitz is a little lower than my Rapid for some reason. It's only at 1383, but that's okay. And Smith is next. Smith is next. Smith is after Shrimpy. Shrimpy actually has a pretty good win rate against me. Not gonna lie, fellas. She's pretty good. We gotta be careful around her. She always gets me in these little tricky tricks. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my brewski in my glass. A bit more classy than drinking it out of a can. There we go. Oh, and this is just a straight up 5-minute game, so we can't be derping around, fellas. We cannot be derping around. Do I really care which way I put my knight? Where I put my knight? What? Knight. Let's go here. I should probably look at the analysis and see which knight d7 or knight c6 is better. Also, Zach W. Your comment about me being cracked at chess, well, you should have seen me the other night. We're on a roll right now, but most nights don't look like this. Most nights look like loss, draw, loss. But for some reason, it's working out this time. I think for some reason that pushing h6 in this position is always like the best move, and I don't understand why. I should probably look into it a bit more. Smith says, I'm not that good, but I'm just here to learn from mistakes. Absolutely. That's what life is all about, not just chess. You learn more from your mistakes. I do believe that. Everyone's heard that, but that is definitely true. If you're just perfect all the time, you're not learning why you're perfect. It's honestly sometimes really good to purposely fail and see. So I was told at my job to do this, but I don't understand, like, why do I even do this? Why can't I just cut that corner? And then you cut that corner one time, you're like, oh, so that's why we do it this way. But until you know, like, until you get that feeling of knowing why the right way to do something is the right way, until you've experimented with the boundaries and the limits of that, you're just doing the right thing just because it's the right thing. Welcome to Philosophy Class 101, fellas. We're talking philosophy. Is that almost a fork-a-rooney if that bishop could just disappear? Yeah, that's definitely a fork-a-rooney if that bishop was just... I wonder if you'd see it. Fellas, did we just go for it? Did we go for it? She's definitely not watching this right now. She's definitely not watching this right now. She wouldn't cheat. Rather, I kind of like bringing my queen up, but then it's not going anywhere. Well, maybe I'll offer the trade of dark squared bishops. We might offer the trade of dark squared bishops. Zach W says, I mean, playing like a 1900 is pretty close to master low key. Yeah, I think once you hit 2000, above 2000, you're getting to being a class A chess player. And just the computer analysis will, like, I'll pop off and play a few games over 2000, but my elo is below 1500 for a reason. it's below 1500 for a reason, unfortunately. We just allow her to do that. It would be annoying for her knight to get there, but I think I like coming over here, threatening some nonsense, and it doesn't work. She's too smart. She's too good. She's too good for me, fellas. She's way too good. Drop it back so we can defend that pawn. What is your favorite kind of big breakfast to eat? Actually, I don't really eat breakfast. However, I do have an answer. My nickname, and I'll explain why my nickname is Big Breakfast. It has nothing to do with actual breakfast, I don't think. Do we actually just have to drop our knight back? That's so silly. We're not dropping our knight back. I'm too stubborn. I'm not dropping the knight back. My favorite type of breakfast is a ham, egg and cheese omelet. Just super simple. No weird peppers in it or anything. Unless they have banana peppers and like black olives, I'll throw those things in there. But and we're gonna lose on time because we have no increments, and I'm taking way too much time to think. Taking way too much time to think, fellas. No increments. Gotta start making quick moves. No time to think. No time to think. Just move. No time to think. Just move. My nickname is Breakfast, actually. I got that nickname in high school in marching band. I was part of the brass section. I played the trombone. And we had there was a lady who played the tuba, and for some reason she thought I was cute. She thought I looked so cute that she could eat me for breakfast. And then the next day, people just started calling me Breakfast, and they just never stopped. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm Breakfast. And then a fellow trombone player in my section, his name was Lucas. He would always call me a royal fork, really? You're gonna do me like that, Shrimpy? On stream? On stream? You're gonna do me like this? Shrimpy! Shrimpy, you're so mean! You had to take the... We're playing this out, fellas. We're gonna lose on time, or we're gonna lose on just a mate. Ugh. Don't LOL me. Ugh. Don't LOL me. I meant to do that. Right, fellas? Did I mean to do that? And then anyways, the way I combated him calling me Big Breakfast, I was like, well, you're Little Lucas. And that didn't stick. We didn't call him Little Lucas for very long. And then I made my Xbox gamer tag Big Breakfast 13. I think I used the number 13 because I had a crush on this girl. Her name, her number was 13 for like volleyball or something. And then I just always happened to like the number 13 too. I think it might have just been because I just like the number. What else? Oh, yeah, I used it as my Gmail. I remember the first time I have a more official like email now, but for the longest time I just hung out with having a single That was my personal email. Now I have a more professional personal email. And I had this like job interview or something. It's like, can you give me, what's your email? And I said bigbreakfast13@gmail.com. And there was like an awkward pause. I was like, oh, he must just not have heard that. It's B-I-G. Like, I know how to spell it. Like, you just, that's your email you're going to use? I'm like, yes, that's B-I-G-B-R-E. And that's going to be time. GG Shrimpy. What a game. What a game. Yeah, that was the full-on deep lore. Get me yapping. Hands of Aerie. Oh, there it is. Let's go. You're next. Let's take a look at this game. Shrimpy. Believe it or not, fellas, even though I gave her or hung a royal fork, I was playing at a 1700 rated level. Shrimpy, on the other hand, 1900. 1900. 1900. She was playing at a 1900 rated level. Let's just quickly play through this, and then I just got the challenge, so we're gonna have to hop ship. Sorry, fellas. Sorry. Shrimpy, you embarrassed me. Okay, no time, no increments, so no less yapping, more moving. All right, E4, E5, very nice. Controlling the center, nice developing move there, very solid. Just want to kind of develop your minor pieces, control the center, and castle early if you can. That's the idea. I always like to get the old doubled pawns actions. We'll castle. And then, do we do this little push? Let's try it. Interesting. Wow. That's a good move. That's a good move. I do like that. I'm thinking too much already. It's an interesting position. I should probably analyze this position a bit more and see what... I always want to try to go for that, you know, takes and then take back and then have two central pawns, but it never seems to work. Never seems to work out for us, fellas. NGL. NGL. Bay USA 8961. How's it going, fella? BIG. Had a nice time hanging out. Take care, all. Hey, thank you so much. Maybe we'll see you back again soon. I say that, but I'm not even gonna be back again soon, guys. I have a ski trip. We have like a 4-day ski trip. 3 days of it is actually gonna be skiing. 2 days for travel and stuff. But it's gonna be so much fun. It's been so long since I've skied. I cannot wait, man. So apparently Ares is a 300 rated player. But he's not playing like it. This seems like a very normal opening. This seems like a very normal opening. When did I... Oh, I'm an idiot. What? I just gave him a knight. What am I doing? Fellas, what am I doing? Bro, what actually am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, well, I have to lock in. These are like 3%ers too. This is nothing. What's going on, guys? Figure it out. I gotta figure this thing out. This is ridiculous. I was like looking at the piece difference. I'm like, +2. Ares has +2. When did that happen? Oh, it's because I hung my knight. Yeah, I just hung my knight. Whatever. And Ares just making these like phenomenal moves. Ares, you're doing me dirty. You're doing me so dirty. What do I want to do? No, I'm not hanging my bishop, that's for sure. I learned my lesson. Oh yeah, I learned my lesson. Let's drop it back. Adababa, year 1. Hello back to you. Thank you so much for hanging out, popping in, saying hi. Appreciate you. I'm currently losing to, this is our second viewer game of the night. I'm 0-1.
About to be 0-2. Wow. We had such a good start to the stream as well. We were cruising. We won 2 very slow rapid games. It feels like a double entendre or whatever it's called. But 15-10. And we made both of our opponents pay because they both ended the game with more time on their clock than what we started with. And I was down to like my last minute or so. But we were able to use that time advantage to our advantage. Cool. Now we can take. Yes. Get a nice little forky fork action. It's defended. All right, we can have a comeback here. Comeback story. Kind of like Cardi B. You guys get that reference? You're pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah, apparently they're rated 400 and well, I'm getting humiliated. We're gonna take a dish. And then we're gonna take a dat. And we should be back to even Steven. Take back with the rook or take back with the knight. Doesn't matter. Check this move out, fellas. Can I actually do this? No, I need to take. Let's take back with the knight, because when he takes that, then we come down with the check. Oh, they didn't take the bishop, so we have a chance to not be down to a minor piece, which is nice. Solid. All right. Fellas, if you're enjoying the stream, I do actually encourage you to hit the subscribe button, not because I'm a professional YouTuber or anything, but we're pretty close to being not being partnered with YouTube, but applying to be YouTube partners. And the way that we have to do that is get like 3,000 or I think it's 4,000 hours of watch time, which that will just come over time. We need to get 1,000 subscribers, and we're at like 900. So like we're really close. I'm like, what? We're like really close. So that's why I've been like every stream I throw that little what do you want to call it? What's that called? When you shameless plug. Because the goal is so close, and it'd mean a lot to me if the people who are actually hanging out currently, like when I'm first in, like kind of doing having fun with this hobby, if you guys subscribe, because like I don't know, it just kind of means more in a sense. It kind of means more, I think. All right, we can't just be wasting time. Let's just figure this out. Let's just figure this out. Figure it out. And also, it's not going to work. I still haven't been able to figure out why this doesn't work. But when you subscribe, you're supposed to see a very cool animation. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Boom. When you subscribe, this is supposed to pop up saying that you subscribe. But guess what? It doesn't work. For whatever reason, it doesn't work. So if you have subscribed tonight, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. But also sorry that my alerts don't work for some reason. There's probably a stupid little toggle button somewhere that you have to have toggle to this before it can work, and I don't know. But I literally have, it says enable this, and it was the first day I found out that it wasn't enabled. So then I enabled it, and then guess what? Still doesn't work. Cool. So we are... opposite color bishops tend to be drawish. So this might be a draw, fellas. Unless they beat me on time. And I swear, I'm not losing on time. I swear I'm not losing on time. Check this out, fellas. Oof. That's dirty. That's dirty. You play other some other PC games? Just finished Hitman series yesterday. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Warframe, but not so much recently. I actually haven't been playing much Warframe, but Warframe, I got into it just not too long ago, like a couple months ago, and I was playing that like a second job, honestly. That's been a lot of fun, but I think I kind of hit the goals I wanted, and I'm kind of like, I'm good. But I'm sure the bug will hit me again. Other than that, my friends got back into League of Legends, so we might get back in the League of Legends grind. Rocket League is always a good one. Rocket League is always a good one. There we go, fellas. Thank you so much for the game. Aries, you are deceptively good. You are deceptively good. Aries, you are deceptively good. No way you're 306, 339. The chess computer does say that we played we played below 1,000 rating level. But that's okay. That's okay. We were I have to get recalibrated with the no added time back. I've been getting so used to that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, black is already better. I missed a win. Really, taking the bishop here is a win. What? Not a win, but like a better. Congrats, you lost. Who's congrats, you lost? Is this someone in the chat? Is this someone in the chat? We'll definitely play it. What do we got here? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Would love to give you some recognition in the chat. I'm assuming this is someone in the chat. So this is our third viewer game of the night. Let's go. Very classy of you and Aries to both challenge me to an unrated game. Oh, Adababe. Yeah, Adababa. Yeah, that's you. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely add you back. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Very nice. Ooh. Interesting. Interessante. No time is added back, so I gotta make quick moves. Let's go for this. I'm actually down. I'm actually down if you want to clown. Let's do it. I'll trade 2 minor pieces for my rook, which rooks seem to be useless half the time anyways. But she doesn't go for it. She does not go for it. She's like, I'm not falling for that. That's even worse. We'll just drop it back the entire way. Does she want to take it now? Does she want to take it now? We will see. Only been playing for a year? Dude, the way you played that game was so, like, that was really impressive. For only playing for a year, and the opening looked just like like you just follow the general principles. All the moves that you made seemed to just make sense. Like, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. I kind of want to take back with the pawn. Not gonna lie. Have some more central pawns, but this just feels more active. We'll take back with the bishop. I would like to review this and see which one's actually better. That'd be an interesting thing to find out. We'll find that out. Do we want the trade? Do we want the trade? Yes, we do, because she can't take, because we get this kind of a fork. I guess she can come back and defend, but this kind of looks like a fork unless she knows how to defend this. I think. Thank you for the lesson. I would love to go again if possible in the very near future. Yeah, I'd be down to go right now. I'd be down to go. Ooh. You're rated 457. You're finding tactical mating patterns like this. That is diabolical. That is diabolical. Well done. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose this game, fellas. She keeps pulling moves out like that. I'm gonna lose this game. I'm actually just gonna lose this game. That's crazy. King of the Hill Torment. That is such a good move. What a good find on your part. Wow. That is such a good move. Wow, you are crazy. Wow. 457. I don't believe it. There's no way you're actually rated 457. That is phenomenal. Wow, those are some really strong moves. What? Congrats, you lost. I love that username. Do a King of the Hill tournament. You mean like the chess variant? Like the chess variant King of the Hill? Or literally do we push? Do we take first? People are cheating, I told you. Nah, I don't believe it. There's no way. There's no way. Because then your account's going to get instantly banned. Chess.com bans people on a dime. They're so fast and they're so good at it. No one's cheating. But yeah, no. Thank you so much for you and Aries for both challenging me to some unrated games. Very classy. I have no problem giving you my ELO ratings. I do tend to perform very poorly on stream, so this is the best time to get after it. Huh. I wonder if I should take this pawn. No, I'm not falling for it this time, buckaroo. I'm not falling for it this time, buckaroo. We can't take that because he would just fork my queen and king. Or skewer me. Good old skewer attack. Shoot, man. Oh, I just spilt my beer on my phone. Gonna need my tissues. I also gotta lock in. My desk is gonna smell like beer now. iPhones are waterproof, right? Or are they beer proof? That's the question. Hopefully. Hopefully. What do you guys think? You ever spill beer on an iPhone? Oof. I don't have to stop. This doesn't actually work. Oh, but it kind of works now, doesn't it? No, still doesn't work. Oh, yeah. I mistimed that. Ugh. Fellas, GG. GG's to... Was this Alibaba? Some 500 you are. You're not 500. You are not 500. I'm cleaning the beer off my desk because I spilt my beer. Come on. This is not fair. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah! Ah! Well done. Well done. Good game. Good game. Let's review that. 500 my butt. You played at a 1550 rated level, and then yours truly played at a 1000 level. Don't listen to me ever with chess advice, because I'm not good. I'm not good. Need help spilling the beer. I got you. Agility. Let's go. Fourth game. 2400. What? Who is this guy? All right. No dilly-dallying this time, guys. We need to lock in. 2400. What on earth? You're insane. I'm honored to be playing against you, sir. You're too kind. 2400. What is that number even? Is that a real number? No way. Absolutely no way. GG's, absolutely. Thank you so much for the game. Wow, you're good. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Nah, I ain't proving it. Not proving it yet. It's not proving it yet to me. I'm bringing my king up and out. Prove it. Yeah, he's proving it, all right. He proved it. All right, you proved it. You proved your point. Yep. The sack works. The sack does indeed work. He's gonna take this pawn sometime. I literally have a friend called Hikaru's office chair. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, I bet you didn't see that coming. Ugh. 2400. Will I ever? Will I ever? will I ever get there? And I hung a fork. Get me out of this game. Get me out of this game. You win. I hung a fork. Hope the beer didn't get in the crevices. I think they're waterproof, aren't they, fellas? I think they're waterproof. I think they're waterproof. Hopefully. Hopefully. Game review. Oh, wait. The rematch. Absolutely. Rematch. And then I need to take a restroom break. I need 2 minutes to hit the restroom. And refill my beer that's spilt on the floor. Ugh. Man. Maybe we actually go a different way. White Castle, Queenside, actually. He's not gonna take, but I'll pre-move it. I'll pre-move it. A 2400 rated player. Agilitical. What a guy. I don't think he has any skill. Can't be talking when I'm playing against an international master. Jeez. Can't be talking when I'm playing against an international master. This beer doesn't count because I spilt half of it, so I'm gonna have to grab another. Does my mat smell like beer now? Ugh, I can see the stain already. Ugh, come on. It's mostly black though, so. Ugh. Can we get the draw? Give me the draw. I'm not gonna be a 2400 rated player. Give me the draw. Come on. Give me the draw. There's no perpetual. Is there a perpetual now? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Can I get the perpetual? Can I get a draw against a 2400 rated player? That's the question. I'm not even considering a win. Oh wait, did I have this? Oh, I might have missed the tactic. Oh, oh my gosh, guys. I might have missed the tactic. Oh, I so might have missed the tactic. Guys, we're reviewing that. I think I missed a tactic. Oh, that feels so bad. I might have missed a tactic. I might have missed a tactic. Ah, let me review that. I think I missed the tactic. Oh, that's gonna feel so bad if I actually missed the tactic. I think I missed the tactic. Like, I missed several tactics, but I missed the one that I think I had. The one I noticed that I might have missed. 1 second. Okay, so I must not have... Well, I missed... Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Yeah, come on. That's not the one I thought. I thought I might have had... Was it here? Where was it? Because when my rook was here. Okay, I thought I might have had this. Nope, I don't because of his bishop. Okay, if his bishop wasn't there, okay, let's just say his bishop wasn't there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, so then no, I didn't miss a tactic. Not the one that I thought I did. Okay, fellas, please, 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 please. Give me 2 minutes to hit the restroom real quick, grab another beer, and then we'll get back after again. Hey, Agility, if you still want to play, I'm definitely down to keep playing. Absolutely. Horrible game. I saw. Oh well, I thought you were calling my gameplay out horrible, but no, I appreciate that. Wow, very nice. Give me 2 minutes, fellas. Thank you so much. We're back. We are back. Back and back and back. Back and back and back. Alrighty, alrighty. We might just keep it in the can this time if I'm going to be spilling my beer all over the place. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Did I actually spill some on the floor? Somehow I don't think I did. Wow. Wow. Agility, if you want to run some more, I'll definitely run some more with you. Let's get back to the chess. Fellas, I'm still so happy about that scene transition I figured out how to do. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see if we can find Agility. Hey, Agility, you want to play another? Humble me. Let me close out of all these chess tabs. Let me refresh this chess tab too so I don't get this double sound thing. Cool. Keep my phone away from my beer now. Let's do it to it. Oh, absolutely. Hey, let me add you as a friend. I don't know why we're not friends yet. Boom. Friend request sent. Last game before. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, last game. No worries. Absolutely. I'd like to win a couple more tonight, too, if you know what I mean. Don't think I'm going to be getting a win off of you. I feel like this is the same position that we just had last game. Does he sack the knight? He sacks the knight again, fellas. Sack. The knight sack. Knight Sackaroonie. The Knight Sack Master. Just sacking his knight just like nothing. Ugh. Bro, he's so good. Give me something here. Give me something. Well, he's taking more than 1 second to make a move, so I think I'm doing something. I gave him that check. That might be annoying. Yeah, Agility has dinner after this, fella, so if someone else wants to hop in, get a round in, come on over. as you can see, we do take viewer games. So if you like chess and want to get a game of chess in, come at it. I'm gonna give her a whirl. Wow, look at the symmetry with the knights, fellas. Look at the symmetry of the knights. I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw. Give me the draw. Give me the draw. Give me the draw. He doesn't want to give me the draw. No draw tonight. No draw tonight, he says. He says, nope, no thank you. You don't deserve a draw. You do not deserve a draw. Oh, yeah. I'll take a draw. What guy? Thanks for offering the draw. I'll spare you since you play well, but your time is low. Offer the draw. What guy? You're too classy. Joey, thank you so much. You are... Oh, man. You don't know how badly I would love to be in the 2000s. Like, right, 2400. I'm so jealous of you. Thank you so much for that. You're too kind. Hey, maybe, I mean, I usually cut it off around 10, but I don't have to wake up as early tomorrow. I'm just waking up at 6 instead of 5, so I could probably push it another hour. But we have 7 hours of driving to do. Let's review that game. He's too kind. He, it might be a theoretical. Okay, so he did offer the draw at the end where we're at a theoretical draw. Fellas, wow. He performed at a 1900 rated level. And then I actually performed at 1950. So that's, I feel really good about that. But Agility, you are awesome. Thank you so much for giving me the draw. You're too kind. You're absolutely too kind. What a game. I like how we just didn't really make too many mistakes as I say that. Yeah, I made a blunder here. Dude, the knight sack is always a brilliant move when he makes it. Oh, I could castle here. What am I thinking? Yeah, but this is still not really good. This is tough. That's so cool to know that I don't know why I thought I couldn't castle out of that. Okay, so he blunders, gives me a chance to capitalize. And so we're about even Steven. The knight move is actually bad. He misses a win. What was the missed win? He missed a win. He should have went down all the way. But white is slightly better here, so it's whatever. Really? It really makes that much of a difference? Really? Okay. I'll buy that, I suppose. The missed win, okay. Missed win again. What? Come on. Knight G3 was a missed win, but dude, I had... Oh, wait. But I had to, guys, because look. This knight guards these squares. This knight guards these squares. Like, I just love the symmetry. I thought maybe I could get a perpetual going or something, but... Yeah, black is slightly better, but, I mean, against a 2400 rated player, I'm not converting this. This is actually just a draw or a loss. Believe it or not. Missed win. Oh, yeah, just to gobble the pawn. Yeah, I was getting, I mean, no time added back, time pressure. I'm not going to find that. And then he offers a draw on the move that the computer says is a theoretical draw. What a guy. Agility, you're so kind. Thank you so much for the draw offer. And you are awesome. Wow. That is such a good game. All right, fellas. I think I'm cool to do maybe another slower game. I'm down to do another 15-10 game. I think we'll do that. Oh, wait. Is it doing an unrated? No, it's not. Okay. That took a while. That took a while to pop up. I think we'll just push the pawn. Kick you back. Kick you back. Go with a c4 idea. I want to see if this works out, but it probably doesn't because he just has a check. Maybe go here first, push the pawn, then castle kingside. Get the castle first, looks like. Then can we do this now? Do I even want to? Because it would isolate my pawn. I might not want to do that, actually. Is this too slow? I want to push, bring my knight up. Or maybe my knight over here. We'll see. Lame dumb Bolt account said hi. What's going on, fella? Is that the rock in your profile picture? I can barely, it's so small. What's going on, fella? Thanks for swinging by for a moment or two. Okay, I think we're going to push this pawn. Let's do it. Let's commit to the idea. Let's take back with a pawn. We do have 3 pawn islands against his 2, but hopefully that's not gonna be a big deal. Let's do that. We're gonna have to move our bishop in the way. It still guards a square. We'll take back, and our queen can guard that square. Or we could attack a piece of equivalent, or we can just drop back and defend the bishop. But I also want to snag that pawn if I have the chance. Let's go here and defend it. Try defending it with a rook. Get the rook moving. Try to get the rook moving. So once he takes, nothing's gonna be guarding this pawn. So maybe I go here, but then when he takes, I'll be hanging. If I go here, then my bishop is hanging. That's so tough. Maybe we just push. We just push. Our opponent has 16 minutes on the clock. That's a whole minute more than what we started with. So they don't like, every person that we play on in Rapid tonight has just not been using their time. Which knight move is better? My instinct says this. Again, we can't do that because he just takes the bishop. Duh, we just said that. We literally just said that. Oh, Jelly says, I'm not an international master, but it feels like it. It feels like it. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get back to your answer about how long I'll be streaming. I know I did say that. Usually I cut it off around 10, but I don't have work in the morning, so I'll be on it a little longer, maybe. But I should still get some good rest because I have a lot of driving to do tomorrow to get up to Killington, Vermont for a ski trip. Super excited about that. I do actually like the idea of just pushing. Let's try pushing, fellas. TMS says, can you tell me what you think gave you the biggest chess improvement? Agility answer, I don't study, I just play unimaginable amount of games. I'm gonna have to check his account because I would love to see what that means. Hood on, I do too, but I'm like 17, 19. TMS, 17 and 1900, wow. Guys, those are so high. I would love to get to that point. Wow. That's so cool. That's honestly just so cool. I want to find another way to defend this. We can move our knight out of the way. But the problem is, if he defends it with another piece or something, this would block my queen if I move my knight here. So I might have to go a different way. If I move my knight out, I could also get my other rook involved. I think we do just take that. Yeah, I'm totally fine with taking there, and then I can just swoop over another rook to defend this passed pawn. Kind of like get an attack idea going. Can't go here because of the bishop. Man, I can't believe we're finally going on our ski trip tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a travel day. We're gonna get nice and cozy in our, I think we got like an Airbnb or something or whatever. But man, we got three days of skiing. It's been so long. I love skiing. Get another rook over here, right? We could fork, kind of. But we need another defender. We can also bring our bishop up. Get rid of that bishop that's doing some nice work. That would be nice. That's actually really nice. That's so nice. We're gonna go for this. Definitely gonna go for that. This is your first time hanging out with us tonight. I'm not gonna be streaming for the next few days, but I usually try to stream in the evenings at around 7 to 10 p.m. But we're not a professional. I'm not words. I'm not a professional streamer or anything. I'm just a guy who probably games too much, and playing around with this streaming thing just seems to be a cool way of justifying it a little bit. I have some background, and I've shot some wedding videos. I do some video editing here and there, and photography and stuff. So I just thought, hey, I finally have good strong enough internet to do this sort of thing, and I have a good enough computer to run the software that if I didn't have those things, I'd just be dreaming about having them. But now I do have them, and I'm not doing it. I felt kind of hypocritical, so that's why we're enjoying our time here. He take. Do I have time to reroute my rook? He's gonna take that, but then we can get some compensation. But I would really like to do something about this. He can't actually take this pawn because he's not going to trade a queen for a rook. So what we can do is adjust and attack another piece. He'll likely defend this way, but then we might have time to then maybe bring our rook back and then bring our queen over. There could be an attack idea here, fellas. Does it really matter which? Not sure really if it really matters which square I go to attack this pawn. Let's go with this one first. Again, he can't take this, even though he has 2 attacking pieces. I only have 1 defender. His first attacking piece is a queen, so he's not going to just give me a queen. So now he does have 2 defenders. I could threaten. Oh, no. I would just hang. I was going to threaten that pawn, but that's not going to work out for us. Doing something like this doesn't really work because he just gets to take. Take, and then, I guess now I'm starting to wish I went here because I could just swoop my rook over and threaten mate, but then he would just defend that easily by pushing or something. What's the idea here, fellas? Agility, you're back. That was a pretty quick dinner. You eat dinner as fast as I do. Just scarf it down. Wow, I already have to hit the restroom again too. Alright, so he's gonna get this pawn. Can we get a pawn in return? I'd like to get this pawn somehow, but his pawn is defending, and so is his queen, obviously. Do we have a pawn push? Oh, I wish our pawn could just push 5 squares. Let me see. Oh, we have this actually. No, we don't, because he would take. I would take. He would take. And that's no bueno. But is having a pass pawn on the 7th rank worth a rook? Not in this situation, because he would just go here. Dang, that would have been so cool if that worked. I usually don't eat that fast today. Today was different. Oh, that's a huge compliment. Agility, you're too kind. I take that as a massive compliment. You're too kind. He just gets to take. Okay, so we have to do something with this rook. This rook's kind of just out of place, doing nothing behind this pawn. We just wait. Why did I Why am I not doing rook c3? Why did I not see this already? This is the most obvious good move here. Why did I not see that this entire time? Was there a reason? Did I already go over that and just miss it? I'm so stupid. Oh my gosh. That's the only move we have there. In the chess analysis, that's going to be the exclamation point because it's the only good move. Wow, what am I thinking? Of course that's the only... Whatever, dude. Okay, now do we have something like this? I think we do. Take. He gets the pass pawn, though, in the process. Tough. I feel like that's the only move we have, fellas. If not, maybe this first, and then when he doubles the rook, we then could bring the queen over. But I don't think that really makes much of a difference. The only difference would be that his pawn wouldn't be passed. So that, I mean, that is actually a significant difference. I do kind of like that. I do kind of like that. How is that kind? What do you mean? How is that kind? Did I say something about something being kind and then I already forgot? I have such a horrible memory. I'm sorry. If this is a pass pawn, if I go queen e5 and take, takes, how much of a deal is this? That's kind of a big deal. So honestly, I do think f4 is likely the best move. So let's go ahead and take it. And our opponent, once again, has more time on their clock than they started with. Oh, now they don't. They finally went below 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, you're so kind that you offered me a draw. If you're talking about when I said that you're so kind about, like, you offered me a draw. I mean, it was a perfectly drawn position, but you definitely would have flagged me. But then I think maybe just right now when I said I usually don't eat that fast today was different. Oh, I was making a joke. I assumed that you were saying you ate quicker just to get back to join us on stream. So you're so kind in that regard, but I was just being silly. That seems like a bad move. Pushing your pawn like that. That feels like a bad move. My instinct says that's a bad move. Now we get what we want. Trade those queens. I think this is an obvious capture back. I could just pre-move this. Yeah, this is an obvious capture back. We don't want to give him a passed D pawn. Not give him a passed D pawn today. No sir. No sir. I'm gonna promote one of these pawns eventually. Mark my words. Mark my words. probably not going to happen. Mark those words. It's probably not going to happen. What do you want to do? Man, it's been 3. Yeah, I'm leaving out tomorrow morning. Going to pick up my buddy. We're going to go skiing. We have like a 7-hour car ride up to Killington, Vermont ski resort, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. Travel up tomorrow. We have 3 days of skiing, and then we'll travel back home Sunday. So won't have any streams, unfortunately, in the next, 4 or 5 days. But I did get some work done today with some more chess shorts to upload as content throughout the week. So you can expect to see those at 6 p.m. most nights. My buddies and I, we record a lot of these, like the imposter game, wherein like all but one of us knows the word, and you go around the circle and give one word clues as to like what the thing, place, or whatever is. And dude, we sat down and recorded, like, we played that game for like a half hour, and I had enough content to make for almost like 2 weeks, and we uploaded those at like 6 a.m. on the past like 14 days. So those are coming to an end, but we're gonna probably record some more and get those back up there too. Those are fun. I have some ideas to make it a little bit more engaging. I'm gonna, instead of keeping the word in the top left hand corner of like what we're guessing, so if the word is elephant or whatever, rather than keeping up in the top left hand corner, we'll put it in the middle, we'll put some subtitles in there maybe, and then instead of the word, like if it's an elephant, we'll just put a picture of the elephant. That way it's not just a word, just 4 random faces. Okay, fellas, I'm not gonna lie, I do like my position. I think white is certainly slightly better. White is certainly slightly better. Now it's just about king activation, I believe. There's also this idea of sacking a pawn on the A file. That way we can finally swoop our rook over, maybe. Maybe. Ugh. It's a catch-22, because then he would have a passed pawn. But then we would have, we'd have 2 passed pawns and 3 of them that are connected. That could be an idea. That could be an idea. What's the better idea? King activation, or even something as simple as G4 to combat. He's never going to do F5, so I'll take that off. But to combat something like this, I'm kind of liking A4, A5, fellas. Not going to lie, to set up the rook C5. Rook C5, rook takes D5. Or do we have a rook comes on over? Pushy push. We have options, fellas. We have options. But which one's the best move? A4 feels faster. We could, I was gonna say we could almost threaten something like this, but he has 2 defenders. I think this is best. I feel like if I do this and push, I don't have another pawn to defend this, and it's going to be quickly gobbled. I think king activation is good here. I'll take a trade. I'll trade off all these. I will certainly trade off all of these. I beat my first Grandmaster in New Year's this year. Whoa, agility, agilitical. That is awesome, man. Wow. I got my first... Was it a draw? No, it might have been a loss. But I played my first Candidate Master not too long ago. And we had 2 brilliant moves back to back. I need to make an actual video on this game. But it still wasn't enough to beat him. He proved to the world why he's a Candidate Master and I'm not. But it was a pretty tight game. I think his rating was like 2100. I played at like a 2200 rated level in that game, but he played at like a 2300 level of that game according to the chess analysis. All right, let's keep on. Let's go with our idea here. That's all I have. I did just make a mistake because kind of forgot about having to defend that somehow, but really needed to defend that pawn, which I didn't do, but that's okay. We'll get some counterplay hopefully. And our counterplay looks like this. Or does it look like this? Does it really matter? You beat like at least 2 title players every day. Agilitical. That's awesome. Oh man, I'm so jealous. I'm actually so jealous. We might defend that pawn first, actually, fellas. But he has 2 there. We have to go here and not here, so we keep on 2 defenders here. Today, Agilical, you beat 2 FIDE Masters and 1 National Master. What? What's your... Do you have an actual... Are you FIDE rated at all by chance? And if you are, what rating are you in FIDE over the board tournaments? Have you ever gone? I'm sure at your rating you've gone. I've gone to 1. I went to Pittsburgh a few years ago. Played like 5 games. Most of my games were against kids. My very first game, I lost. I should have had I just made a silly mistake. I'm like, ugh. But I was able to get, I think I ended that with those 5 games. I was unrated going into it, but I got 3.5 points out of 5. It wasn't good enough to get anywhere, but it gave me a 900 FIDE rating. What's your FIDE rating? And would you ever make a push to get ranked or anything? To get like a National Master or something like that? Candidate Master? I don't think he's gonna go over there. You can get up and in. I think I value getting up and in. I just hung this, guys. Don't follow me. Unsubscribe. I don't play over the board yet. I'm still in middle school. I played in one over the board USCF tournament though, but I won't be playing probably in a while. King E3 blunders. Yep, we just saw that, but he missed it. He gave me a chance to come back. And he has 11 minutes on his clock, and he couldn't take the time to find that move. Yep. There's the stream lag. I'm getting your messages now, but don't worry. This is Michael from the future. He misses it. He misses the blunder. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he has no checking ideas here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's he gonna do? All of a sudden, we went from completely losing to completely winning. Completely losing to complete. This is what you get down here in the humble 14 to 1500 rating range. Dreams do come true. And he resigns. Yes. Yes, he is. Look at him. He's 1400. He's 1421. Wow. He played at a 1950 rated level. We played at a 2100 rated level, minus the blunder there at the end. The game was actually surprisingly even throughout the entire time, and then it did two sudden spikes. It went to us completely losing to us completely winning. Ooh, yes, I see your challenge. We'll definitely get you in. I do need to take another 2-minute break to hit the restroom. This blunders, fellas, because he has this fork. Look at that nasty fork. But he misses it. And it's a completely lost game for White at that point. But he misses it. And then he actually gives me a slight advantage. And then he completely loses it because he can't stop this now. And he gets the instant resignation. Agilitical, give me literally 2 minutes. Not even that. Hit the restroom real quick. And we're up again. We're back. We're back. Let's get after it. Can we get like 2 more games in? Because then I'm gonna have to hop off for the night after we get a couple of games in here, so I can get some nice rest. All right, let me exit out of this. Boop 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 boop. Oh, he wanted to chat, but oops, too bad. That's from the other guy. I saw that you offered a 3-minute game. I'll do it unrated. Not going to try to snub your rating points from you. Fellas, we're going to do 2 more games. If they're both from Agilitical, that'd be awesome. If not, no worries, Agilitical. I will play 1 more game after this. But I do have to hop off and get to bed so I can get some rest in. Got a nice day of driving tomorrow that I need to get done. Oh, you're saying he's not 1400 crying emoji face. Okay, yeah. You're saying that as a joke. Like, I cannot believe he missed that move. And he's supposedly a 1400. I get you now. I'm sorry. I'm slow. The emoji is what? So I don't even think I read your emoji as part of the message. That's why it went over my head. feel like I'm actually doing well against this 2400 rated player. Ugh. Dang it. Well, this just feels silly. This just feels so silly. Don't worry, guys. We do have one more game. It very well might be against Agilitical right here. We have one more game after this before we call it a night. But in advance, thank you so much for hanging out, popping in, saying hi. We just try to provide a chill evening stream. Just playing some chess usually. Play other games too, but right now the grind has been chess. The grind has been chess. Oh. All right, last game, fellas. Last game. Man, he is no slouch. He knows his stuff. Man, he knows his stuff. Gotta take that. What am I doing? Last game of the night, fellas. If you're just popping in, hanging out, saying hi, just found me randomly, thank you so much for hanging out, popping in for a minute or two. You guys are really cool. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy who likes to play games and needs to find a more proactive way to enjoy them, and this is what I landed on. So if you would be so kind to hit like a little subscribe button. We are our little channel goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, then we can apply to be a partner with YouTube, and then that's like a big YouTube deal. Okay, so that's not doing anything right. So we're so close. We're at 900. We're at 900 subscribers, and if we hit 1,000, then that's like the next milestone for this small little channel. What? What? That was a mate? I did not see that. Agilitical 2400 in the house. He definitely performed at a 2400 rated level there at that point. Me, more like a 1200. Agilitical, thank you so much for the games. Absolutely, thank you so much. We're already completely losing at this point, and then I just mate in one. Wow, I just wasn't looking at that. What was the best move here? No. What was my best move? Show me my best move here. And then what's the follow-up? Oh, what? Yeah, we're just still completely losing. He's up by 2 points of material. Wow, Agilitical, thank you so much for the games. All right, fellas. Hey, it's Zach W. Thank you so much for popping back in towards the end. If you're not, oh wait, you were probably here the entire time actually. Thank you so much for watching. That means a lot, man. Enjoy your day at work tomorrow again as well. Agilitical, thank you so much for the humbling games. I wish I was more like you. 2400 rated chess.com player, guys, and he beats rated players on the daily. Wow. There's not gonna be any streams for the next few days. However, if you do subscribe to the channel and you peep around, I do upload some shorts every day. I upload some more, so we have some more chess content coming your way at 6 p.m. every evening for the next few days. I need to get on top of that and have more of a lineup. And we have one more day of like the imposter game. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. On that note, I probably will just let you go. Here's some little outro music. You like this? Come on. Do you like that? Do you like that? All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Take care. Bye.